Hi, my name is Emily Davis. I'm the President of Education for Color Up and the owner of Stratum Aesthetics. Today we are going to be discussing the benefits of CBD with Gua Sha. I will be starting by prepping my client with a cleanse prior to the Gua Sha massage. I've already consulted with my client and she let me know a few of her skin concerns. We are working with wanting to even out skin tone, work on some hormonal acne, always preventative maintenance with aging. And Gua Sha is a perfect treatment for this. Gua Sha is a traditional Chinese medicine modality that basically hits three goals. One is lymphatic drainage. Two is bringing blood flow to the surface of the skin. And three is working with the fascia or connective tissue under the surface of the skin to kind of even out. We'll talk about each of those throughout this service. I love this CBD cleanser. It's a foaming cleanser that has hemp seed oil, CBD, jojoba, and rose essential oil. CBD cleanser is amazing because CBD is antibacterial. So we're going to be working with that hormonal acne that my client is worried about. CBD is also very high antioxidant, and so that's going to be wonderful for anti-aging, of course. It's actually a higher antioxidant value than vitamins A, C, and E. CBD is also working to communicate with the endocannabinoid system, one of our 12 major body systems, to maintain and promote homeostasis or balance within the body. Within our skin, we've got several different functions happening. We have sebum production, so this CBD cleanser is communicating with our endocannabinoid system to balance out that sebum production. So if your client is too oily, it's turning that volume down there. If your client is too dry, it's turning that volume up. So as we're aging, our sebum production is slowing down a little bit. So CBD is an amazing anti-aging ingredient for that reason as well. We also have our skin cell turnover. That's another function where we want to promote balance. As we age, that skin cell turnover, of course, kind of slows down a little bit. And so CBD can help to balance that out to promote vibrant aging. We will remove the cleanser to prep for the massage. A nice warm steamy towel. The product that we will be using for this CBD Gua Sha treatment is a CBD massage oil that has macadamia nut oil, hemp seed oil, jojoba, of course CBD, and rose essential oil. This is a wonderful, wonderful medium for Gua Sha because as it absorbs into the skin, it creates the perfect amount of slip. We want to have slip during Gua Sha because if we're pulling on the skin too much, that can kind of speed up aging. And we want it to feel comfortable to our client. We don't want too much slip though, because we want the stone to be actually moving the muscle. Muscles are mimetic, meaning they have memories. So as we're moving with the stone to raise the muscle, to move the muscle, it creates an instant lifting effect. I love to do before and after shots with my clients so that they can see the instant results. Even if I don't share them on social media, I always send them to my client, and it's a great incentive for them to want to rebook every month. I'm going to add a little bit of CBD salve on the neck. With Gua Sha, we always want to work the neck first. The reason for that is we are promoting lymphatic drainage. So 30% of our lymphatic system is above our décolleté. And so when we are promoting lymphatic drainage, we are actually helping to move that away from the face. Many of us get tension in our neck, and this in turn leads to inflammation. The reason that this CBD salve is so important on the neck is we're reducing this inflammation, and we're also reducing it with our stone. We have lymph vessels that are little tiny hair-like strands that come down straight from our ear here. And when we have inflammation in the neck, it's kind of like when you step on a hose. You're not going to get fluid to move through there. So we're just going to start moving our stone up and down, working in partnership with our CBD salve to start reducing inflammation. Anytime you're doing Gua Sha, the neck is the absolute most important part. You can actually see benefits around the eyes from just working the neck. And as we are moving this lymphatic fluid, we're always starting at the neck because think of a busy parking lot at the mall during Christmas time. We need to take those first cars out so that we can move the next cars out, the next cars, and then the cars at the very back. So we start down here at the neck and clear this out. Draining lymphatic fluid has many benefits for our face. The lymph system is kind of like our body's waste management system. And so it's going around our body picking up cellular waste, foreign invaders, bacteria, virus, dead white blood cells. So as it's picking all of this up, we are starting to get, rather than a clean flowing river, a mucky pond. So we want to move this river along. It needs help moving. It's unlike our circulatory system where we have our heart pumping. Our lymphatic system needs help to move. So next I'm coming up to under the chin, in the front of the neck, just following the lymphatic lines in the face. It's very important to get proper training for Gua Sha so that you get the results that you're looking for and that you understand the anatomy of the face. So as we're moving this along, we're removing this mucky pond, trading it out for that free-flowing river. That mucky pond can manifest on the surface of the face as fine lines and wrinkles, as dehydration, even pigment and acne. Many times when you see people with this hormonal acne along the jaw, it could actually be because this lymphatic line right here is backed up. So we're also going to work on reducing inflammation in the jaw area. Many of us clench our jaw when we're stressed out, and we tend to get inflammation there. The lymphatic line will basically go right past here towards the ear and then down this neck area. And so if our jaw is inflamed, it's going to be that same thing. It's like stepping on a hose and it's not letting that fluid flow through. And that's why many people can have that manifest along the jawline with acne. Getting professional Gua Sha treatments once a month can be really beneficial for that acne along the jawline or just congestion along the jawline. And then also doing the Gua Sha at home 3 days a week is going to be really beneficial. Another thing that we are doing is we are working on smoothing out fascia or connective tissue. So fascia is a gauze-like substance that is below the surface of our skin, above the muscle, and it's what connects our skin to our muscle. Due to stress, dehydration, lack of sleep, our fascia can become unhealthy, and when it's unhealthy, it can get bound up and sticky and tight. This manifests on the surface of our skin as a fine line or a wrinkle. So with Gua Sha, we're actually ironing out that fascia. We are massaging with this stone, which is bringing hydration and water to the connective tissue. And so as I am working on any fine lines that may be around the lips, nasolabial folds, we're smoothing out that fascia. And the final goal when we are performing Gua Sha is we are bringing circulation or blood to the surface of the skin. Blood is the carrier of the essential nutrients that our skin needs to perform all of its functions properly. This is why blood is so important, why massage is so important. I never ever perform a facial without massage because the skin needs that blood to live and to thrive. I am just doing a pull and pump movement on this kind of off-ramp for the lymphatic vessels before they get to the highway of where they meet the rest of the body. Many times my clients can feel the drainage happening during this pull and pump movement. I let them know that it's normal to swallow more at this point, to feel nasal drainage. I also let them know it's normal if they don't feel that as well. But of course, if anything's uncomfortable, they should always feel comfortable to tell me so that we can stop that. Gua Sha is tapping into the parasympathetic nervous system, or our rest and digest state. And so I've never had a client tell me that Gua Sha felt uncomfortable. CBD is a perfect pair with Gua Sha for a couple of reasons. CBD actually, we have endocannabinoid expression within our lymphatic system. And so CBD can help to nourish that homeostasis within the lymphatic system. CBD is highly anti-inflammatory, and so it is of course going to help us get into this tissue a little bit better, reduce the inflammation where we need to reduce the inflammation. It's going to reduce inflammation around the fascia so that we can get in there to iron that out a little bit better. I'm always following the stone and holding the skin taut. I can already see the difference here on the face. It looks brighter on this side. The skin already has a more even tone to it. I can see more of a contour on this side of the face. My favorite move to really pop that cheekbone is this one, where I'm coming from parallel to the mouth, or perpendicular to the mouth, to parallel right underneath the cheekbone, sweeping up, and give it a little tug and pull to release. I'm going to do that same tug and pull right under the eye to release drainage of the nasal area. And now we're really just wanting to move fluid from under the eye, and this is where I see the most change with my clients immediately, is reduction of any type of darkness under the eye, any type of bags. I love this tool because it's so versatile, and I can do the entire Gua Sha treatment either with this tool, or I can incorporate other stones, but this one is really perfect. The final thing I'm going to do as I come up to the forehead is I'm going to gently rub back and forth with my stone to break up that sticky, tight fascia, and then smooth it out or iron it out. And you see an immediate decrease in the depth of a fine line or a wrinkle. And even if you're working on a client who is maybe in their early 20s and they don't have this yet, that's a perfect time to get them started because it's preventative maintenance. Gua Sha is known as a natural alternative to Botox because of this particular move here, where we can reduce that depth in fine lines and wrinkles. So if your client has Botox or fillers, unfortunately they are not a great candidate for Gua Sha, only for the fact that Gua Sha will unfortunately make your body process the Botox more quickly. It's not going to hurt them at all, but it's just going to unfortunately make their investment in their Botox a little bit null. It will go away faster. If your client does have Botox and fillers and they are really insistent that they want to try Gua Sha, my suggestion would be to just avoid the areas where they have the Botox and fillers and always work below that area. So if my client had Botox in her forehead, I would work probably up to the eye area and then leave the forehead alone. If my client had fillers in her nasolabial folds, I would really just work the neck area for that client. Other contraindications for Gua Sha include active papules and pustules, grade 3 and 4 acne. We just don't want to massage right over an acne lesion. If your client has a breakout here or there, you can simply avoid that area. If your client is wanting to experience Gua Sha for relief from acne symptoms, I would work the neck quite extensively, and then I would send them home with a Gua Sha tool to work their neck until they were able to receive treatment on that specific area. Other than that, there aren't a ton of contraindications for Gua Sha. This can even be done during oncology treatment. This is part of my oncology facial. It is really lovely for someone who is undergoing treatment because it helps with that hydration, it helps with the vibrancy of the skin, and it helps to, again, tap into the parasympathetic nervous system and kind of take you away for an hour. For at-home care post Gua Sha, there's not a lot that they need to do afterward. I generally tell my client, if it's later in the evening, to just leave their skin as it is, and they can wash the next day. We're not impairing the skin in any way or making it more photosensitive, so they should definitely be wearing their sun protection anyways, but there's no aftercare like you would see with a chemical peel or a dermaplane. The biggest aftercare is just love your skin, take care of it. I like to send almost every client home with a Gua Sha stone, because while we're getting instant results, this is also a cumulative treatment. So they're going to see the best results if they're doing this on their own skin 3 days a week. For marketing, I love to post videos of Gua Sha on social media, educate clients about Gua Sha, post videos on YouTube for your clients to be able to follow along at home, because it can feel really confusing to them when they're just at home with the stone in their hand. They need something to follow along with. And you can also host workshops for your clients to come in and you teach the Gua Sha techniques to them. And they can follow along, bring their friends, bring their mom, and make a night out of it. She looks so bright and vibrant and beautiful. I can finish her off with a mask, or I can just finish her off now that she already has this beautiful CBD beauty oil by applying a zinc protection product. Along with an eye cream. This particular CBD eye cream has a dual peptide blend in it, so it's wonderful for firming the eyes. It's a wonderful partner for the treatment that we just did. It also has licorice root in it. And because it's such a lovely peptide product, I like to use it as a spot treatment anywhere we've got fine lines and wrinkles, and then I love to bring it down to the neck as a neck firming cream as well. And that is the CBD Gua Sha facial. Thank you so much.